What is good, people? Welcome back to another tutorial video. Now in today's video I'm going to be showing you how to fit some heated seats into your Mark III Golf. Dead easy swap. All you need is the heated seat loom, the switch and the seats. So we're going to get right into it. If this video is useful, make sure you give it a like and subscribe for more Mark III content. Let's get on to it. So these are the tools you're going to need: trim removal tool, 1/4" ratchet on a 10mm socket, posi drive, Phillips head screwdriver, an 8mm socket, a trim removal tool and a 12mm Allen key. Right, now we want to start taking the seats out just to give us a little bit more room. So at the front of the seat you've got this little square slot here. Now either it's got one of these clips or it will have an 8 or a 10mm nut on. So you want to take that off. This allows the seat to go all the way back. Now before you do that, just at the side of the seat, if you pull the seat all the way forward, you'll see a black trim that runs across this rail here. You want to remove that, pop it up, remove that, otherwise you're going to break it. And on this side you'll see an end cap just there. So pop that off and now the seat's ready to go. It's literally that simple. Once that's done, this whole seat will roll backwards and then drop on the floor. You can then remove the seat out. It's that simple. Now the seat's out the way, you'll get better access to the kick panel. You want to remove this first, which is this panel just here. Now at the back of it you can see this slot. They will have one of these clips in, and they're very awkward to get out because they won't actually screw out because it's plastic. So you want to get your trim removal tool, wedge it in between here, so it will normally sit like that. So you want to wedge it in between, pop it out, and then this whole thing will pull upwards and out, exposing it just like that. After that you want to remove this trim here. It's held in by 2 screws just on this side for the bonnet catch. Remove it, this end comes out, exposing another screw underneath, which is just roughly around here. There's another screw just here, and then that 12mm Allen key will take off this thing just here. So then this whole thing pulls out and gives you more access to run the wire in, which is going to end up coming up here anyway. After you've done that, you want to take off the fuse box cover. You just press these 2 green pieces here, and then the whole thing pulls out. After that you want to remove this trim here, and it's on some clips on either side. Again, this thing just pulls straight back out. Coming to the top of the car, you want to remove this trim here. If you have ABS or an airbag or tailgate wiring or anything like that, there is going to be wiring behind that. So you want to get your trim tool, pop it out, unplug the wiring. This then comes out, gives you loads more access in here, and then you can pop the headlight switch out. After that's finished, there's a blank here where the heated switch normally is. Pop that out, it'll expose a screw just here for the clock surround. Once that's removed, you can then unclip the surround and then it just pulls out this way. So your clocks are now exposed. As you can see just here, there are 2 screws, 1 on each side. Once that's removed, the clocks then pivot downwards, and then you can get to the white connector at the back. You just pinch it, pops out, and then this whole thing then just slots out. You want to take this center console out, which if you remove the ashtray, you've got 2 screws just there, and then this whole thing slides to the right and unclips off here, and then it pulls over the handbrake. Underneath this, you don't have to remove the center console, but it will make your life much easier. Underneath here there's a 10mm plastic nut that you need to remove just there, and then underneath the gator you can see 2 10mm just there. Just pop them off, and then at the side, on both sides, you want to remove both screws, and then the center console can lift straight out. This gives you a lot more access, and that is pretty much all the stripping you need to do on this car, and then we can start installing the wiring loom. So next you want to get all your wiring out and see what seat is for what. This plug here, which is at the end of the wiring, is for the passenger seat. So what you want to do is put this one in first. It pops in just through this carpet just here. There is a hole already made. Pop that through, run it just under here, over the center console, under this heat channel here, and then it comes out here where the driver's one is, just there. And then there is a clip just underneath. Let's see if I can show you. There you go, just there, that clips straight into the floor. And then you want to route it down this channel here, up from here, and then inside here, it's going to be difficult to show you. If you can see those blue connectors there are 3 single wires on this wiring loom. You've got your grey, brown and blue. Grey, brown, blue. Might be grey, brown, green actually. And obviously it's as self-explanatory as it is. Each colour will correspond with which connector you need to put it in. It's going to be hard to see, but the brown one is just through at the back. If you can see that brown wire in the distance, there is a whole block connector that all the brown wires connect to. That's for your earth. And then over here as you can see just there, the grey one, and then the green one is just behind it. They both just clip straight in, and then the switch plug goes straight across around the back of the speedo and comes straight out here. Please note, you do need heated seats for this to work. You can't just put it in a seat and it works. You need to have either leather seats that have heated pads connected in them, or Recaro leather seats. I don't think there's any other seat that has heated seat functions. I know none of the cloths do. The best way to tell is if you take the seat upside down, which I'll just show you here. You will see a plug just there, a relay just there, and a bunch of wiring. That is all for the heated seats. Now you can retrofit it, but it's a little bit of hassle, especially if you're not that mechanically minded, because it just involves stripping all the fabric out. You then need to remove all the heated seat elements, take all the wiring out with you, put it in the new seat. It is doable, but for the amount of work, you may as well just get the heated seats in the first place. Once that's done, seats go in, you have heated seats. One thing to do to make sure everything works is just switch it on, make sure the seats are warming up. They do take a while, so give them a couple of minutes and you should be good to go. There is no fuses to connect or anything like that because they're all on relays underneath the seat. One thing I wanted to mention as well, when you're putting the new seats in, there is a rebuild kit you can get for the seat. Just this here. So they bolt into both sides of the seat. So coming here to the Recaros, luckily we already have some. They clip in just there, and then just there. That's exactly where it would be. I'd definitely replace these because these wear out over time and cause a little bit of play in the seat. Now this piece at the top actually sits into the car. I'll put a picture up now. I've found every single one I've bought doesn't actually sit into the rail properly, so if this one doesn't fit, then use the old one and just make sure you put some grease on just so it slides into the rail better. That also goes for the two side rails as well. Make sure you do clean them down, just put some fresh grease in. Most of the time the car has not had new grease put in, and it's, you know, it's 30-year-old grease. It's probably dried out and it's a bit rough to get the seat forward and back. And that's it. It's simple as that, people. Hopefully you did enjoy this video. If you did, give it a like and subscribe, and come back on Sundays for a new upload. Peace.